Update. Found out what was on my wife's mind. Original post. First of all, I did not expect to get this many replies. I'm kind of overwhelmed. I got like 30 or 40 replies in my inbox before bed and thought it was a good amount of discussion. I'm kind of blown away that this many people took an interest in what I thought was just kind of a niche situation. I am grateful for all of the advice, and a lot of people took an interest in sharing perspectives on things that I hadn't considered. I definitely haven't managed to respond to or even read everything, but I took what people were saying into consideration. Last night Amy told me she had finally worked something out and that it was funny and I would want to hear this. I kind of went in dreading what she meant, but she was relaxed. I asked if this was about Ray and Maria and she said sort of. I asked if it was about their lifestyle and she said only obliquely. I realized that playing 20 questions with my wife instead of just letting her talk was a bad idea, so I just listened. Amy pointed out a few things and told me about some experiences with Maria and things that she had figured out about Maria. First, she kind of dropped a bomb by saying that she was attracted to Maria physically. I asked if that meant she was bi or maybe had realized that she was a lesbian. She said no. If she were bi, she would have figured it out in high school or college. She quoted Archer and called it a singular same-sex attraction. I said I couldn't blame her because I guess everybody thinks that Maria is hot. I asked her when she started to feel like that and she said that it was a couple of months ago when they were out shopping together. She was very confused by it but couldn't put a label on it because she had never felt physical attraction to another woman before. This last weekend she was finally able to place a label on it. So I asked if she was going to want to do something with Maria and she said let her finish because she was getting to the genuinely funny part. I still had no idea how this could conceivably go in a comedic direction, but I said okay. She's been going over and subtly trying to figure out just who most of Maria's play partners are. As in the gender ratio, but she was trying to be circumspect about it because she was trying to confirm something without directly asking it. Amy said that most of the partners that Maria picked out were women. Ray vetoed slightly more men than women, but of her own volition Maria picked more women than men. I said okay, but what's so funny about that? That's when Amy stood up and said that she was deep in the friend zone before she even realized that she was actually attracted to Maria or that Maria slept with other women. I asked how all of that added up. She said that she was thinking back to all of her interactions with Maria and how Maria had never once checked her out or anything like that. I said oh. She said I could laugh, because it was actually a pretty funny thing. So we laughed. I felt bad for her, but the conversation was basically realizing that her girl crush had pre-friendzoned her before she even knew she had a crush. That's the kind of humor that we can laugh at as a couple. We ate ice cream. Watched dumb movies. Later we talked about the open relationship thing. She said it probably wasn't for us, but if it came up later we would talk about it. Mostly what had been on her mind was her confusion at her own same-sex attraction and the realization that she has been pre-friendzoned, basically. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm not sure if this is a good update or not. Tonight Ray is off playing with one of his partners and Maria is coming over to watch movies and play cards with us. If the situation changes I'll mention it, but I'd like to say thanks again. Slightly worse than your previous attempt at this erotic fiction thing you're trying, Op. This is 3 drinks away from trouble? Still a better update than what we all thought. Good luck sir. How is that funny? There is nothing funny here. Sue fake. Guarantee the next update will have at least one of Op or his wife fucking the neighbors. Okay, but here's also a thing to keep in mind. Maria knows you and your wife are monogamous. If she's ethically poly, which it definitely sounds like they are, she wouldn't make moves on your wife or you, even if she was interested. Your wife calling it the friend zone as if she is some single high schooler rather than a happily married woman is slightly concerning to me. I honestly don't think what she said was funny, and I actually see it more of a small red flag honestly. Lol, that wasn't really funny? GF cheated but working very hard on reconciliation. My girlfriend of 3 years cheated on me for 4 months last year, starting in August and it ended in November. But she didn't come clean to me, she started therapy by herself and vowed to be a better girlfriend and partner. But I was informed by the guy she cheated on me with when he wanted to rekindle their affair but she declined. So he told me everything. It happened 2 weeks ago. I was blindsided, hurt, angry and sad all at the same time. But she was really sorry and showed me all the work she had been doing. Therapy, reading books on infidelity, cutting out friends who encourage the affair, Cutting down on drinking and smoking and being a person with better boundaries all around. At first I was sure I wanted to break up, but seeing how hard she is working, I am now confused on what to do. Anyone can mess up, but a person who works on themselves to improve, that's not something you see every day, right? I am so torn here, guys, advise me. So she cheated on you, lied to you by omission, and wouldn't have even told you. You had to find out the truth from the person she cheated with. And it wasn't even a one-time thing, 4 months. Forget her. Find someone who values you, respects you, and shows that they have character and integrity. So often I hear the people years later resent the cheating their partner did. Save yourself the hassle and move on. My girlfriend cheated on me. I took her back. I regret it 100%. Anyone can mess up, but a person who works on themselves to improve, that's not something you see every day, right? Really, it's the absolute bare minimum, isn't it? Seriously, if she cheated on you, trying to become a better person really is the absolute least she can do. Take it from someone that regrets giving a second chance. We're not talking about a drunken kiss here, we're talking about a 4-month affair. I wouldn't even entertain giving her a second chance. Break up. It's great the work she is putting in, but think about who told you. While working on herself, did she tell you at any time? No. You hear this from the fella she cheated with. The trust is broken and it probably will never be restored. She didn't tell you, he did. All the work she's doing can be used to help her not cheat on the next dude. Let me tell you something, if she had time to go out and hurt you, cheat on you, and a random man had to get your full attention of the situation she caused, do not go back with her. In the next years you'll start to notice more disconnection, and even if she's going to therapy doesn't mean jack shit. If she was willing to hurt you, what says she can do it again? Think of yourself and your mental health. Cry it out, vent it out, laugh it out, do something with yourself. But don't go back to someone that was heartless. When you agree to date a known cheater, you are giving them permission to cheat on you. Cheating comes down to your basic character. There are people who cheat and people for whom cheating is never an option. Dude, she lied to you every single day for 4 months. She didn't even tell you. The man she fucked behind your back did. You don't know she declined. You had no idea what she was doing for 4 months. What makes you think you have any idea now? Find your self-respect and leave. There is nothing here for you except more lies, deception, and if you are really lucky, a STD, or 2. You should ask her, if the roles were reversed, would she be as forgiving? I agree with the other, she is selfish, and I'm afraid she might be just telling you what you want to hear. Do not think of it as her making a mistake. It was a choice to sleep with this guy for 4 months. For those 4 months she was not ever thinking of you. In not being honest with you speaks volumes. It means she will continue to do this. Take out the trash. She lied every day for 4 months. Girlfriend has a male best friend. My girlfriend of 8 months has a male best friend. She says they have no interest on being more than friends. This guy's ex-girlfriend dumped him because she asked him to choose between her and my girlfriend, so he chose to stay friends with my girlfriend over his ex. She keeps his picture in her purse all the time. She said they slept in the same bed before I met her but did nothing sexual. I told her I am uncomfortable with it. She said she understands and will keep boundaries, but only today I found out about this picture in the purse thing. What should I do? Do you trust her? If yes, when she says they are just friends, believe her. If no, break up, because you can't have a relationship without trust. As another note, I always wonder at posts like these about opposite-sex friendships. Do people just not believe men and women can be friends? If your girlfriend was bisexual, would you expect her to have no close friends of either gender? I have 2 women that I've been besties with since our teens, neither of whom are my wife, and I've gone on road trips with them, stayed in single hotel rooms with them, one at a time, before being married, and nothing has ever happened with either of them. Men and women really can be just friends. I think it's a good sign that your girlfriend acknowledged your concerns, and said she'd keep boundaries. I wouldn't worry about the picture at all. I was prepared to say get over it, but she lost me at the sleeping in the same bed, and the picture is just weird. You're the side chick. I have pics of my friends in my wallet. And I've shared beds with guy friends in a non-sexual way. You're allowed to have boundaries, but the issue is OBV you don't trust that she's telling the truth. Huntley, I don't see the problem. If you trust her, then trust her. If you don't, then don't be in a relationship with her. I've got my wife's picture in my wallet, no pictures of friends though. Do you keep pictures of friends in your wallet? I also don't sleep in the same bed as my friends. Doesn't sound like a friend to me. The best friend guy and his ex-girlfriend probably had other problems versus simply a friend of the opposite sex. It sounds like you guys do too. If I had a strictly platonic friend that posed zero romantic risk to my relationship and my partner asked me to ditch them because they didn't trust me, were jealous, or controlling, those would be huge red flags for me. Your girlfriend should ditch you and find someone more mature. If during your relationship, your girlfriend has never actively made any sexual advances to her friend, treats you just as well and with as much enthusiasm, doesn't choose her friend over you, and does not act suspiciously, then you are literally scared of her being in the same room as another penis. Some of y'all are insecure. Boyfriend won't propose, says I have wife potential but he's scared. Boyfriend of 4 years says he loves me and wants a life with me but I have to improve to him that I have my health under control first. I have PCOS and depression. He says I need to show him I can be a healthy partner and he also worries if he can handle my depression. He is afraid that in the future I will be too sick or depressed to help out with the family and everything will fall on him. I go to therapy for my depression. I see an endocrinologist. I'm about to start seeing a registered dietitian. I meal prep healthy meals daily. I take all of my medications and supplements, and I wake up at 5 a.m. every one morning to go to the gym before work. It makes me sad because I'm being proactive about my health and I'm trying to reassure him but it's not enough. I can't predict the future and honestly I just want to be loved for who I am right now. I want someone who is sure about having a life with me right now. It all makes me feel like I'm not good enough. And it's killing my self-esteem. I don't know what to do. Do I stay and work harder to prove I can be a healthy partner for him or leave and find someone who actually accepts me as I am and isn't afraid to have a life with me? Red flags. Sounds like he is stringing you on. When you marry someone, you take the good with the bad. He wants a perfect partner with no issues. You will never be perfect for him unfortunately as no one is without imperfections. He's always going to be afraid of another shoe dropping. Sounds like he has some anxiety himself. But also it seems like he will never have enough proof that you will be ready, or stable, enough for marriage with him. And is that really someone you want to spend the rest of your life with? Marriage is, for better and for worse, in sickness and in health. If he cannot handle your monsoon season, should he be present when the clouds part and the crops are bountiful to reap the rewards you've worked for? The right person will be willing to handle any and everything that life throws your way, and they'll want to work with you to get through it. Having PCOS isn't easy. I was diagnosed at 18. I understand preferences but it seems like you're doing everything that you can. If that's not enough then you need to do what's best for you. In any case, if marriage is important to you, don't waste your time on someone that does seem to have that same desire. It just seems that he doesn't want to marry you. Girl. First, he's making excuses. He's already been with you for 4 years but he isn't sure he can handle your endometriosis? Then why hasn't he already broken up with you? Because he is weaponizing your health against you. Second, when people make you doing X, Y or Z a condition of them deigning to stay with you doing you the favor of staying with you it should be the exact moment you know it is time to GTFO. Third, if you were to stay with him and finally convince him to marry you, he will torture you every day for his unhappiness, for any problems that arise, for him hating his job, whatever. He will literally make everything the fault of your depression, your endometriosis, etc. This is a precursor to an abusive relationship. GTFO. He isn't good enough for you. He's always going to have this fear. You want different things. You want to be loved for who you are and he wants a girlfriend without depression. Pretty sure he just said no and it's trying to deflect the blame into you. If you never get married and you know he feels this way about you, is that enough for you? I don't think you should assume his feelings will change. I'm sorry but I think he's avoidant of serious commitment, but enjoys the current relationship. I can't imagine how you feel. I'd suggest seeing a therapist about your manipulative boyfriend. You deserve someone who accepts you with your health conditions. It's great you're taking care of yourself though, but you want it to happen because you want to. After 4 years, if you talked about marriage and he is not on board, maybe it's time to rethink the relationship. Not giving an ultimatum, but telling him you aren't going to continue giving him years of your life. It starts to be incompatibility in my opinion. Why do you undervalue yourself so much that you accept this coward as your BF? That is the real question. Not the questions you posted.